Welcome to Kelly in Vegas. I am Kelly in Vegas, joined by John Murray, Sportsbook Director down here at the beautiful Westgate, Las Vegas. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the Sportsbook, you are definitely missing out. John and I are going to talk a little Week 5 college football. Let's start off with the obvious. West Virginia, laying 3.5.
Can we talk Week 4 college football first and talk about West Virginia? They beat Kansas State. I think the final score was 35-6.
I don't know what the final score was. I think I turned it off after, I can't even name what his name is at this point in time. The tight end dropped a touchdown pass that I could have caught.
You could have caught.
For sure I could have got
Really?
that. Good God. That was disgusting.
I've never seen you play.
No, you haven't, but we're going to talk about West Virginia this week. I like Texas Tech catching 3.5. It is in the Hottie threesome. I know it's a small line, but I really like it. I think there's a little overreaction. Maybe to last week, I wish I would have gotten maybe a 4.5 in this one, but I think Cliff Kingsbury and the Texas Tech Red Raiders are going to absolutely have another powerhouse game. Maybe we'll see a nice over. What do you guys have the total at here? High 70s?
We got it at 72 right now. I'm labeling this Red Raiders pick hostility and bitterness on your part towards the Mountaineers. And I got to tell you, I think it's pretty childish.
Well, okay. Anyway, go Tech, go. Wreck 'em Tech, is that what they say in Lubbock? Something like that.
I've never been to Lubbock. I have no idea.
You're not missing out.
No,
okay.
okay.
That being said, Morgantown is better than Lubbock, but the game's in Lubbock. Okay.
Well, obviously.
Moving along.
Moving on.
Let's talk about another team in the Big 12. Kansas State is 8.5 here. John Murray, did you take a little bit of action on the Wildcats? I don't know who did it. Definitely was not me.
I haven't seen too much on that game yet, but Texas looks like they're really rounding into form, Kelly. The Big 12, the top of the Big 12 is so competitive this year. I don't know that Kansas State's going to be able to make its way up towards the top.
Texas is like 0-94 when playing OU on deck. It's like disgusting. Every sign points to betting the Wildcats. But let me tell you, this is historically one of the worst Wildcat teams I have seen since that I can remember watching Wildcat football. So I will not be on this game. I know a lot of people kept asking about this one. But you didn't take a sharp money on K-State, but you did take a sharp money on who?
Really sharp money on Cal.
Ooh,
Cal +3 at home against Oregon. It made sense to me, too. You've got to think Oregon is going to be reeling after last week. That was such a bad loss for the Ducks last week. Cost us at the Westgate a lot of money, I'll tell you that much.
I don't even know what happened. I was watching, it was like 24-6 or 24-7, and I was like, cool, Oregon was the right side here. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, wow, that's disgusting. Cal is also in the Hottie threesome. Like I said, it's not paying too well this week, but I do like them catching a 3. They're quietly 3-0, just flying under the radar. And hey, Oregon, maybe you should have played some more teams that were not named San Jose State.
Cal was a team that a lot of sharps liked in the preseason, and they're 3-0 very quietly. We've seen some really good groups come in on Cal this week. Another one we saw some sharp money on was Purdue.
Interesting.
On the road against Nebraska.
Absolutely dysfunctional last week against Michigan. Don't know what to make of that one, but I am going to fade Michigan this week. John, I like Northwestern. You guys have a nice 14 and a hook here. You said you took some sharp money, though, on Michigan -13.5. Makes me a little nervous here.
Yeah, we had a sharp group laid 13.5 right when the Northwestern running back Larkin was ruled out with a spinal injury. I never go against Jim Harbaugh. He's my favorite coach.
I have to go against Jim Harbaugh on the road. They are absolutely terrible, as we saw last week. I think there's a little bit of overreaction. Pat Fitzgerald has this team up and ready to go, catching just a little over 2 touchdowns at home. Do we want to end on any other game that you love that you want to give out to our listeners?
That I love? No, we can talk about the Ohio State-Penn State game. I think we need to talk about that. That's the marquee game of the week. We had a sharp group take 4 on Penn State. Another guy came in today, bet 30,000 +3.5 on the Nittany Lions. We're down to Ohio State -3 right now. That'll be the biggest bet game of the week for sure.
I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't know what to make of that game. I know Happy Valley is one of the most dominant home fields in college football. But it is really hard to step in front of this freight train that is Ohio State. I think it's Alabama and everybody else, so everybody seems to have to be making a case. I mean, even last week, the sharp play I was told was Tulane, 37.5. And did Urban Meyer take his foot off the gas? Absolutely not.
No. And I want to thank Nick Saban. He did take his foot off the gas last week. He took 2 out of the game. That was the only reason my Texas A&M pick covered.
Nice job. Good job this week. Guys, make sure you follow John Murray at Vegas Murray on Twitter.
Tell him follow at SuperBook USA, Kelly.
Ooh, that's a new one.
The new Twitter account for the Westgate SuperBook at SuperBook USA is for our national SuperBook.
Look at John just throwing things in the mix I didn't even know about. All right, guys, have a great weekend and cash some tickets.